Hi guys, it's Maciek from Goliath Off-Road, coming at you with another video, and this time behind me we have our new shop build, which is a 2004 Lexus GX470. So let me introduce it to you. So as far as front suspension goes, we're not gonna do any hardcore modifications. We're just gonna replace the stock units with a Toytech Aluma series coilovers, and we're gonna replace the for aftermarket the upper and lower control arms to improve the handling. And the back only has stock 4-link suspension, which are short arms, and because we want long travel on the back, we're gonna replace this with a custom 3-link long arms with a custom track bar. So the factory wheels are small, old, and are starting to show some wear, so we have a nice set of bead locks to replace them. As many of you guys know, these Lexus and Toyota 4Runner have a weak 8-inch rear end, which the weak design comes from the towers that hold the carrier. So to prevent braking, we're gonna replace this with a big and strong 9.5-inch tail member from Toyota Land Cruiser, and we're gonna make our own custom fabricated housing utilizing the custom brackets and custom machined ends to fit this vehicle. Now moving to the front, we have this stock plastic bumper that's seen better days. It has some scratches and chips, and we're gonna have to do something with this, so we're gonna replace this and actually build our own steel bumper at Goliath Off-Road, and we're gonna make this more high clearance and use all the necessary recovery tabs. We also want to mount a 9,000 pound winch, so we're gonna try to make this a hidden winch bumper. Now onto the lights, we're gonna put a Baja design lights in the bumper and on top of the bumper here. And speaking about the lights, these units need to be replaced. The stock lights are yellowish and foggy, and I think are beyond repairable, so we're gonna replace them with OEM sport version headlights. And then we got the new grille ready to install already in place of this faded old unit. As you can see, we have those grandma sliders or steps. We're gonna rip those sucker off and replace them with nice heavy duty rock sliders, which are gonna help protect our body and basically our investment. Moving to the back, same story, plastic bumper, worn out, not looking good. So we're gonna replace this with a higher clearance bumper for the big tires and our departure angle. We're gonna put a double swing out tire carrier. We're gonna have a tire on the passenger side so it doesn't block our view, and we're gonna have probably jerry cans or bike rack on the driver's side. So factory roof rack doesn't really do much, and we obviously want to put a tent. So we're gonna replace this with a nice aluminum and 50-50 aluminum and steel roof rack platform, which is gonna accommodate for our tent, and it's just gonna be way stronger than the factory rails. As you can see, we have a factory exhaust which is hanging low, and we're gonna replace this with a nice muffler. Under the bumper we have a stock spare tire which is hanging low, and it's pretty much useless if we have a spare tire carrier with a full-size spare, so we're gonna delete that and make more room for departure angle. Now of course we have to add some skid plates for off-road, and because this car weighs over 6,000 pounds, this led us to save some weight, and we're gonna go with the aluminum skid plates, probably from RCI to the whole car and the gas tank. Like I said, this car is over 6,000 pounds, so when adding gear and all kinds of armor, we're gonna have to be really careful with the weight, and that's why we're gonna go with a Go Fast Campers, their super light model, and this is gonna save us some weight because it only weighs 80 pounds. let's talk about the interior. So we were fortunate enough to get the model without the navigation, with just regular radio, which I actually really like. And then the interior is black and gray, which makes it looks nice, and it's actually a pretty rare combo. And additionally, we have this nice wood grain, and I actually pretty like this wood grain on top of the steering wheel. It feels nice. Now the next cool feature about this Lexus GX470 is this. So it has a true transfer case and actual lever, which I really like. And additionally, we have the center locking diff option, which is a very cool feature to have for sure. This car is very spacious, which makes it nice for a long travel. And I'm actually 6'3" and I can fit my whole hand in here, so it's nice and spacious with this sunroof. And another cool feature is these, and these are cool for the long travel. And we don't have the console with a storage and center armrest, so these will do just fine. Another thing in this car is this, and there's plenty of cup holders here and here, as well as on the second row, so there's plenty of cup holders to hold your drinks. Now moving to the trunk, we have a third row seating, which obviously we're not gonna use. We want to maximize our space for travels and to store our gear. So we're gonna remove this completely and put a plywood platform to make the floor flat. And on top of this, we're gonna build actually our own storage, which is gonna be just one shelf where we're gonna store all our dry food and maybe a recovery stuff. And we're gonna have just a big box with just miscellaneous parts. And then on the driver's side, we're gonna have a refrigerator, probably as big as we can fit in here. And then moving on the side, cool feature, we still have our Lexus original first aid kit, which is actually pretty nice. Okay, so moving to the engine, we have a strong and powerful Toyota V8 4.0 liter engine, and under the hood it looks very nice, I have to say. And we're gonna make some modifications. We're gonna put a bracket to hold our ARB air compressor to air up the tires, and we're probably gonna put a switch pros or some sort of switches. We're probably gonna also put a stronger and bigger transmission cooler, and that's pretty much it for the engine. We're gonna do some maintenance and that should do. In order to make this car look nicer from up close, we're gonna have to address some paint defects that it has. And mind you, this is a 16-year-old car and it has some defects like these, and a lot of rag chips on the front. So we're gonna try to make this look as good as possible, fix it and paint it. And the same with the rear spoiler, which is the paint a little bit faded, and we're gonna have to repaint that. To prevent this from happening and to keep the paint in decent condition, we're gonna wrap basically the whole sides of the car with the wrap. And since this is our shop build, we're gonna put our company name on it for easier recognition.